Here the threshold of data processing was crossed. Punched cards tabulated the 1890 census at speeds hitherto impossible. At first, the innovation had little effect in offices. Business was leisurely. Even the typewriter was something of a luxury. But a small company, known by its initials, came into being. The devices advertised included computing scales, tabulating machines, and clocks for recording time. The factories were modest. The Computing, Tabulating, Recording Company had a name far bigger than its scope. But a man was found to spark the company into greater growth, Thomas J. Watson, Sr. He inspired sales conventions, started sales schools, and saw that these events were widely reported throughout the company. From the start, the benefits to customers were stressed, not the machines. Results were what counted, even then. And punched card data processing spread, even though the horse still dominated Fifth Avenue traffic. As motor cars brought speed and mobility, our 1919 convention paraded in Endicott. Much zeal was needed to overcome certain handicaps in the equipment of the day. No motor fed or ejected cards or drove the punch. She had to stoop to conquer gravity in the vertical sorter. You could call this programming for automatic control. Blank cards were inserted to make the tabulator stop for totals. Pencil copying of totals overcame a lack of printing. Yet this was the most advanced data processing of its day. Central to company philosophy was the idea that the individual deserved respect, regardless of occupation. In 1920, an executive school convened, with the Watson family in attendance. Interchange of information was the reason for such meetings. But light-hearted activities were part of the conventions too. All departments contributed. Flower girls welcomed the arrivals. Was ensuring the spread of the business. In 1929, a whole busload of students arrived at sales school. They visited the factory and plugged away far into the night, learning about the products and methods. Despite severe economic depression, we continued to press forward. New products were introduced at conventions. Fall in line could only mean to see the great new alphabetic equipment, which gave new dimensions to data processing. Our first calculating device was born in the Depression. the 600 multiplier. The stoop had been taken out of sorting. The electric typewriter became an IBM product. A new school building and laboratory assured the spread of our art. Increased sales kept the factories humming. Orders were coming from sales offices hardly distinguishable from the local cigar store. Mr. Watson told a 1937 sales school about opportunities.
I can't come before a group of men in this business, young men, without my mind just automatically going back 23 years. It'll be 23 years the 4th of May since I took charge of this business. At that time, we had 235 employees in all departments of the business throughout the world. And today, we have more than 10,000 people. Now, I mention that because that gives you a little idea of what opportunities men have had in this business. Men who are willing to study, to acquire the necessary education,